Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the PLC, and for those who are here for the first time. Everybody on Zoom, or I can't see you guys, I don't have a camera this way. Any newcomers on Zoom this morning? Or the same suspects? The usual suspects, okay. Now, I know you've been here before, sir. How about you, Ian? Have you been here before? Would you please stand and give your name and where you're from and why you're here?
My name is Ian, and I'm from, well, up north here. Anyway, excuse me.
Well, good. Thank you, Ian, for being here.
We put you on the spot.
No pressure. Somehow Cheyenne got you to come. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. The year 2023 has been deemed the year of living from one's core values. And that would be the theme all year long. And we have themes for different months. The themes for February are enthusiasm, endurance, and effectiveness. I'm looking forward to hearing the speakers talk about these fabulous themes. Now that we're all settled, how about we start with a little meditation this morning? Just to get quiet, get centered, relax, and go within your thoughts, your mind.
Llévame con tus alas de luz, águila, traemos medicina del cielo, ilumina mi interior, volando, enseña mi camino. Cura, 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 me sana todo lo que yo llevo. Agradezco por mi vida, Pachamama, yo te amo. Oh, 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 oh. Llévame con tus alas de amor, condorcito, traemos medicina del centro, ilumina mi interior, volando, enseña mi camino, cura, 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 me sana todo lo que yo llevo. Agradezco por mi vida, Pachamama, yo te amo. Vuela con el viento,
Thank you, God, Spirit, Universe, for this time together again this day. We rejoice in what we do have. We move throughout our day effortlessly, with enthusiasm, with endurance and effectiveness, with ease and with peace, knowing we grow daily with you, God Spirit. We are so blessed this day and each day forward. Thank you, God, and so it is. It's always so nice coming out of meditation. It's just so relaxed and calming. It's a calming feeling. So good to see you all today. I give thanks for each day that I awake here on this planet at this moment in time. I give thanks each and every night as I go to bed to know all of you, to know this church, to know that this place is here for all of us. It gives me great peace. It's time for a spiritual thought. I'd like to ask Reverend Luana Bull to come up. Good morning, Luana.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
What I feel called to talk about today, what I feel enthusiastic about, is how magnificent. Joe said we're grateful for what we have, and I would say, oh yes, and what we have is so much more than sometimes we give attention to. Sometimes, in fact, we're going to fix this. Sometimes we forget what we have is spirit first. Sometimes our focus is so much in the world that a little bit of being of the world can sneak into us. I always feel like it's backing up into me, and I'm letting it because of where my attention and intentions are. There's nothing wrong with that. If there was something wrong with it, it wouldn't be possible. It's possible. We can do anything. All is possible. That's something to be grateful for. We can do it all. Anything. And we do. And I'm just going to play with the chakras for a minute. I'm going to remind you of what we have as a spirit energy within us. The root chakra. The root chakra is I am that I am. Pretty clean, huh? Nothing attached to it. No opinions about ourselves. Just I am. I am that. I am. Okay, what do you do after your I am? Whoop, I'll get away from you. What do you do after your I am? Well, we become active, mobile. We move around. Listening to Cheyenne's music, I can see two dancers dancing to it. And remember, with the dancers, they get to stay in their own balance together, and they glide all over the floor by staying in their own center. And when you think of your two legs, how many have done athletics, dance, something to where they tell you you're not leaning, you're leaning, get centered, be in balance. So now we're moving around so nicely. I'm moving around nicely. It's a good day. I think I'll stand up for something. I see something and I want to stand up. I want to show my strength. I'm sensitive to something. I hear people being picked on. I don't like it. I want to stand up for them. I want to stand up for myself. I feel like I'm not heard or seen or I'm going to stand up. So this beautiful balance happens in the third chakra, a beautiful balance of sensitivity and strength, compassion in action. And so we stand up, and we're not having to stand against anybody or anything, really. We're just standing up for what is in front of us, and we see it, and we say, I'm standing up. And then someone takes that badly. They don't like it. And they kind of stand up for themselves. And we find out we have two different stand-ups. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we do it all the time. Oh, does that call us to the next chakra? And the next chakra is anyone? We've gone from third to fourth. It's the heart chakra. So after we've stood up and we've shown this strength and this sensitivity and this compassion, we're called to love and love and love and love and love and give and give and give and give and give again. It's also where we get to do our forgiving. I love that it says forgiving, because for me, forgiving is so that there's more room for me to be or giving. To be for the living and the giving of love, the embracing, the connecting. I am amazed by matriarchs and patriarchs and families who have entire families glued together because of their presence. That just moves me so deeply, and I have gotten to experience those families. And then the fifth chakra. All that love gets to shine forth from a genuine and authentic person who speaks from their experiences. The voice chakra, freedom rings. We really do speak up. We speak up in a way that expresses our genuine and our authentic feelings and thoughts. And then, so we are freedom. We are love. We are compassion. We are the equilibrium, the balance, the harmony, and the peace. And we are I am. Of course, there's more chakras. There's 6, 7. There's actually some outside of our bodies, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many of us imagine there's more than 12? The idea is that it depends on which book you read, which tradition you listen to, there's just so much more. And in the infinite of us, oh my gosh, I just want to say, I am so grateful for what we have, like Joe said earlier. So grateful for what we have, because we do shine and resonate forth from our core, now and always. And so it is.
Thank you, LJ. Thanks for handling that mic the way you did. Everybody could hear you.
Yay!
Yay! Beautiful reminders in the chakras. We use them every day, don't we? Maybe we don't think about it, it just happens. It just comes out of us. That's what's supposed to happen. I'd like to present you with some more music right now with Cheyenne Hernandez. Let's give her some love. Hi, Cheyenne.
This one comes from Earth Tribe. You can sing along because it's pretty easy. It goes like this. Oh, I'm gonna play my shaker. Okay, who's gonna clap? I step into the flow, then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. Step into the flow, then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I surrender. I surrender. open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I step into the flow, then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I step into the flow, then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. One last time. Step into the flow, then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. Step into the flow, then I let it go. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. Open my mind, my heart, and my soul.
Yes, my mind, my heart, and my soul. Beautiful. What a great song. Got a lot of backup singers for that one. That was fabulous. It's a great way to lead us into our talk this morning with Reverend Sandy West, who's coming to us today from Zoom. Good morning, Sandy.
Good morning. It's good to see everybody and to hear the songs. And I really love the talk so far. You guys are so right on. We should have just let LJ keep on going. I want to start out by talking about effectiveness and how we use it. I know in my life, it used to be very job oriented. Am I effective at my job? You know, am I meeting what the needs of what they need? Am I impacting it? Was I thought about school. Was I effective in school? Was I effective in my classes? And this was all kinds of things that were outside of me. But when I asked myself this last week, how effective are you on your spiritual journey? How effective are you on your soul journey? And I thought, how do I know that? How do I know how effective I am? And I really mulled that around. And one of the things that I thought about was one of the goals was to try to live 24/7 or as much as I could in the now moment. And I can see how I'm doing that more and more and more. So that gave me a way to measure how effective I'm being in my spiritual journey. How effective am I being in the way I'm treating myself, in taking care of myself, in loving myself, and more of putting myself first instead of meeting others' expectations. And there's a lot of things to think about when we think about how effective are we in our spiritual journey. It's more about the me than the them. It's more about what am I doing? How am I interacting? How am I healing? How am I taking care of myself? And that's a hard one for many of us. We're so taught to take care of the others first. We're so taught as mothers that the children come first. How do we put ourselves first? And we have to work at it. We have to make it a habit. And this is not about being greedy or being egotistical. This is a real component of our spiritual journey. Spiritually, we're putting ourselves first, or actually second under God. So it's God and then myself. And connecting the two, to bringing them together so that they merge together in how I view this world, how I interact with this world, what I say and do in this world. And it's all underscored by this love. Am I being more loving to everything, to everyone, to myself? How am I spreading the love? How am I doing this? Am I doing it with love? Am I talking to people with love? Am I looking into their eyes with love? Am I sharing with love? So I look at all these core values that are coming together, as we've studied them and keep on studying them because they're important. And so many of them we've never thought about before. But the more we go into this year's topics, the more I'm seeing how they come together. When I put together the topics, I don't always see how the 3 for each month will interact. But when we get to them and we start talking about them, and each minister brings what they're presenting, and each spiritual thought says more about it, it becomes clearer and clearer, all these different facets of ourselves coming together. And when I think about being effective, I think about endurance. To me, endurance was always a less than thing. I had to endure. I had to put up with. I had to do whatever had to be done, whether I wanted it or not. I started looking at that spiritually. Spiritually, for me, to endure. To endure then becomes a light-filled moment because I'm effective and I'm enduring, which means I'm presenting, I'm going on, I'm embracing. And embracing became a big word for me with enduring, to change it from the negative to the positive. So I embrace, I'm coming in doing a job well done and embracing that, whatever that is, of being of service. And it's about being of service. How do I help others? How do I share my wisdom? How do I share what I found out? How do I ask for help? And I've learned that one this last week, how to ask for help. It's all a part of my spiritual journey. Am I enthusiastic about it? Well, some days it's hard. How do you have enthusiasm when you're in pain? But when you stop a moment and reach your now moment again and bring yourself back in, it's easy then to be enthusiastic. Yes, I'm learning from this, whatever it is. I'm learning. I learned to ask for help. I learned to embrace the help. I learned to love every part of my body. How much of my life have I said, buttocks, I love you? And I have this past week where the pain was, the back, I love you. I did this last week, focusing on that, bringing the God source down, bringing the God light down, taking it into every aspect of my body and my journey, embracing it, enthusiastically embracing it. And it becomes easier and easier and easier. All of these parts, LJ talked about the chakras. How many of us embrace our chakras? How many of us send love to our chakras and allow our chakras to love us? It's a whole different paradigm, a different way of flipping how we've been looking and interacting with the world to a way that's healthier, more loving, more giving, more sharing. All of these attributes that we talk about, how do we embrace them? We have to flip from where we were. We have to start seeing their positive aspect. And they each have one. But most of our lives, we've seen it in the negative aspect. And that needs to be changed. How do we make it positive? And we do that daily. Daily by being in the now moment. Daily by praying. Daily by meditating. Here, when we just meditate a few minutes at church, it's hard to come back. Hard to come back and be aware because that's such a lovely place to be. It's such a lovely feeling. We feel good there. Our bodies feel good there. Our soul embraces it there. It makes you want to meditate more, makes you want to pray more, makes you want to share more. It's such a graceful way of living. And to feel the grace and to feel the love, to feel all of this. It's a magical time in our lives as we learn more about ourselves, learn more about the facets that come together to make the diamond we are. I remember the song about the coal and I'm going to be a diamond someday. Well, you know, it isn't someday, it's today. We're a diamond today. During the meditation and the song, I saw Angie, instead of clapping, he was clapping with his heart. I never thought about doing that, clapping with my heart. It was beautiful. Try it. You know, you clap one-handed against your heart or both handed against your heart. It's a different way of feeling. And I like the way that each one of us does it differently. So we role model it for others. We can show others a way of being that will work for them, a way that we've adjusted it to work with the humanness of what we are and where we want to go. Because something says you do it this way, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, doesn't mean that's the way to do it for you. We each find our way. We each see what works for us. We each see if it's effective. Is it effective for me? It works for Joe, but does it work for me? It works for Angie. Does it work for me? I need to prove that to myself. And then I embrace it with my endurance. I embrace it with my enthusiasm. I keep doing it because it works. And to remember to do it, sometimes I write myself notes, because if I have a lot of things that are working, I'm not always going to remember them. But if I have a day when something's not working, I want to go to my notes and see what's worked before so I can shift to that. But the most important thing I have found in my journey is to embrace the now moment. When I can embrace that lovingly and caringly, with grace, with all of the beautiful words that Joe and LJ used today, I'm on track. And that's where I want to be. I want to be on track for my reunion with Source when I pass. I want to be there. I want to feel as much of it as I can now, not putting it off. But what can I feel now? What can I embrace now? What can I be now? In this now moment, I want to be the most authentic, enthusiastic self I can be. And I do that by embracing my spiritual family, by coming together at the PLC, by seeing everyone that's here and hugging and shaking hands and feeling the eyes and looking at people and loving everyone. So when you go forth this week, share yourself, share your heart, share your love. And it's going to be short today because I'm sorry I'm not at my best, but I love you all and I thank you for letting me share anyway. It's a glorious way of being and you're a glorious family to be part of. God, I love you all and thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Sandy. Great reminders again about being in the now. Beautiful. It is time for our offertory. Could I have a couple of people come up and give me a hand with that? Thank you. Good morning. Let's do our offertory statement. Let's do our offertory statement. We're gonna do our offertory statement. You're so, see, he's so enthusiastic.
Down the hill.
He's enthusiastic. Divine love flowing through me, blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. You may now go.
Although I went up the hill.
Thank you all for your tithing toward the PLC. And those on Zoom, there's instructions on the iFocus that Reverend Luana puts out each week. And also got Reverend Missy to guide you as to how to give from where you are as well. Thank you. Do we have any announcements this morning?
I'll start.
Okay, Brenda will start. Come on, Rev.
I'd like to take this off, if I
Okay.
can.
Yes. Yes.
February 14th, World Sound Healing Day here at PLC. It's a Tuesday, 6 to 7. Let's see, Cheyenne, are you still going to be here with your guitar? Yay! John, harmonica? Are you going to be able to play the harmonica still? Weather provided. John Lalonde, flute?
Yes.
Judy on her drum. I'll have my bowls and my gong. Anyway, and there'll be more surprises. What's that?
Cheyenne.
Yes, Cheyenne. And so anyhow, it'll be uplifting, it'll be fun. Again, World Sound Healing Day, this has been going on for 21 years, and it's the first time we'll be able to do it in Oakhurst. So we look forward to seeing you. It'll be a lot of just feel good stuff.
Is it like a jam?
It's kind of one at a time,
Okay, cool.
kind of uplifting. I kind of want it to be kind of,
Yeah.
just fun and feel good stuff. Yeah.
You say 6 to 7?
6 to 7, February 14th, here
There's
at the
a flyer.
Positive Living Center. And there's flyers, yes, there's flyers on the back table. Judy, I know you were going to do some announcements, correct?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Now we can hear you.
We're not usurping here.
No, please.
Good morning, good morning. Hi. On the second Saturday of every month, we have a drum circle. And before that drum circle, we have a flute circle. And that starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you don't have flutes, John Lalonde says he has some that you can utilize. And I've seen moderate flute players become much better flute players. So it's a wonderful sense of using the breath and the element of wood and that collective consciousness of learning something that you might not know.
What time does the flute circle begin?
Flute circle starts at 2.
Thank you.
Yes,
What
2 to
time is it?
3:30.
It's 2 to 3:30,
You said the second and the what Saturday?
second Saturday of the month.
Oh, just that, okay.
Okay, from 2 to 3:30. Then we have a half an hour, and then the drum circle starts from 4 to 5. And we also have additional drums to utilize if you'd like to just sit and listen. A lot of people just like to listen to the heartbeat of the drum. We have drums and rattles, and Cheyenne brought her guitar last time, and it's a part of that collective consciousness that we are often missing in our network of life. And we're here to be available to that. Well, thank you.
Anything else?
Can I add something? I forgot something. World Sound Healing Day will also be on Zoom. For those that are watching today, it's also available, so you'll be able to log in and watch us just like you have done today.
Perfect. Thank you, Reverend Judy and Reverend Brenda, for those. Thank you. I look forward to that event. I can't wait to be here for that. For the men's group, we are meeting this Wednesday from 6 to 7 in the evening, but it's going to be on Zoom only. We won't be meeting here. And you can find that information on how to zoom in on your iFocus. If you log into that, you'll find where to open up in Zoom and catch me there. And we'll get to sit and talk about men's stuff, secret men's stuff. I don't think it's much of a secret, but it feels good to say that. So, anybody else? Okay.
Discussion group?
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say that the community center is having a meeting, February the 9th at 5:30. It's kind of asking what you can do for your community center rather than what your communities consider doing for you. I mean, that was it. But I do think it's important because we have to help each other.
The community center,
Yes,
and when is this?
February the 9th at 5:30.
February the 9th at 5:30.
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right. Our prayer partner today and this week will be Reverend Luana Bull.
And there's one more announcement.
There's one more announcement.
The spiritual discussion group is Tuesday, 5:30 to 7.
Spiritual discussion group,
Right,
Tuesday from
5:30 to 7.
5:30 to 7. Thank you.
LJ is very, very much into this.
She's very pushy. I've seen her pushy.
But I won't be for you if you want practitioner service, practitioner.
That's right. And next week's speaker is Reverend Bob Hand. So please come back and hear what he has to say. Fabulous speaker, yes, he's fabulous. Wonderful. Just thinking about the words of what Reverend Sandy has reminded herself and ourselves of living today, going into meditation, going into prayer, staying focused on what is the things that we do want and what we want to recall and learn from each other at the same time. We are community, and we are the good stewards, aren't we? And we go forth and be good stewards to all people that we make contact with. I just love this center for that. It's beautiful. Let's do our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The energy of God is me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Yes. Cheyenne, you have a song for us?
This song comes from my guitar teacher, Juan Heredia. This song's called Soy. I'm going to translate it in English for you guys. And soy means I am. I'm not sure if I want to keep it up or not. Let's see. I'm going to dance with my ancestors, planting the seed of the life in the heart, following the light that's within me, and feeling a worthiness to be here. I'm air, I'm fire, I'm water, I'm earth, I'm soul, I'm body, I am spirit, I'm eternal. I feel the force of my own being illuminating my life now, living and growing and loving and dreaming, smiling and crying, dancing and singing. I'm air, I'm fire, I'm water, I'm earth, I'm soul, I'm body, I am spirit, I'm eternal. I'm going body. I am spirit, I'm eternal. Sorry about the mix up on the hair
That was beautiful. We wouldn't know if you made a mistake or not, so it doesn't matter.
Got the elements mixed up.
Thank you so much. Oh, what a great service this morning. Thank you all for being here. Hope to see you again next Sunday. And don't forget, we got those special events going on that has been advertised today for you. So hopefully we'll see you during those as well. God bless. We'll see you next week.
Hear the rain out there?
I hear it, it's
Yeah.
gorgeous. It's coming.
I'm gonna play some exit music here.
Exit. All right.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Hello.